Welcome to my very first monthly reset of 2023. It's a brand new year, 12 new chapters, 365 opportunities to make our dream life come true, and I'm here for it. I am so excited. I always feel so inspired at the beginning of every year, and there's so much that's changing in my life this year that I'm super excited for. I'm also nervous, a little stressed out, but I'll get into that in a little bit. We are resetting for January today, so we are going to be creating goals for the new month. We're going to be reviewing our goals from December to see how we ended 2022. We're also going to create a vision board, plan, organize, just completely reset for January to make sure that we have a great start to 2023. As you guys know, I like to start every monthly reset just reflecting on the previous month. As I sit down to film this, I'm 22 weeks pregnant and I felt really good for the month of December. I mean, I had days where I was pretty exhausted, but other than that, I didn't have any nausea, didn't have too many headaches. I was able to do Vlogmas. Pretty proud of myself for being able to commit to Vlogmas. I know I missed 1 or 2 days here and there, but for the most part, I am so proud of myself for committing to Vlogmas and uploading every single day. I didn't know if I was going to be able to, but I pulled through. So that was really good. We had a great Christmas, but we honestly just took it easy. I feel like this month, January, is definitely going to be a lot of grinding for us because we have to make a lot of big life decisions this month, and we already knew that ahead of time. So my husband and I both took December pretty easy. Like, we didn't really do much, we didn't plan much. Felt a lot more motivated in the month of December. I felt a lot more inspired. So even though it was uneventful, December was definitely a good month for my physical and mental health, which is what matters at the end of the day. I will have to say, I don't know how I did with my December goals because, like I said, I was just so focused on Vlogmas, filming and uploading every single day that I really didn't think too much about my goals for the month of December. So I'm interested to see if I was able to accomplish any of them. So that is what we're going to do right now. Let's go over my December goals. I have a huge mess on my desk right now. Luckily, you guys can't really see it from this angle. But let's go over my December goals. This is the last time that I'll be using this journal because I'm starting a new journal for 2023. As always, I broke down my goals into 4 different categories. So I have personal, health, social media, and finance. So under personal, I wrote down that I was going to continue to practice gratitude every single day, and I was going to take pregnancy one day at a time. I definitely feel like I accomplished this goal. I definitely was a lot more calm for the month of December and wasn't really too focused on what I couldn't get done. Like, I honestly took December literally day by day and didn't think too much into the future. And I was able to practice gratitude every single day, which I think is why I was able to chill out and not overthink situations or decisions that we had to make or things like that. I also wrote down that I was reading 7 books in December. At the time of filming this, I am at 6 books for the month. I do plan on reading 1 more book before the month is over, so I do think I'm going to be able to accomplish that goal. And then under health, I wrote down that I was going to work out at least 3 times a week. Honestly, guys, with Vlogmas, I barely worked out, which is something that I definitely need to get back into in January because I'm going to be giving birth in April and I need to prepare my body physically to give birth. Unfortunately, I did not accomplish that goal, but January will be a different story. I'm eating well-balanced meals and limiting takeouts. We definitely did that. I definitely took the time to cook a lot more like healthy, protein heavy meals. And I honestly think that's why I felt so good for the month of December, because I really focused on nourishing my body, not so much on eating out all the time, which is something that we definitely struggle with the last couple months. I'm going on walks at least once a day. I did do that because getting fresh air is marvelous for my mental health. So I definitely made sure to go outside at least once a day, especially since I work from home. It can be pretty easy to just stay cooped up in my apartment for days at a time. So I definitely like to make it a priority to go outside, get some fresh air, get some sunshine. Although the last 2 weeks have been freezing in Florida, I still managed to go outside. And then my last health goal was to prepare for birth by reading books and watching videos. Again, Vlogmas took a lot of my time in December, so I was not able to accomplish this. I didn't read any books pertaining to giving birth or pregnancy, so I definitely need to step up my grind for the month of January. And then under social media, I wrote down that I was reaching 21,000 subscribers on YouTube. At the time of filming this video, I think I'm at 20,800 and something. I don't really know. So unfortunately, I was unable to accomplish this goal, which honestly feels very frustrating to me because I feel like I've hit a plateau with my YouTube channel. Over the summer, I grew very quickly, and then like this past few months, like October, November, and December, subscriber growth has definitely slowed down for me. And I understand that I've been uploading less. I struggle with morning sickness during my first trimester, and I've been taking it easy, but it's something that I definitely had to just stop worrying about and just let it be what it is. And I know this happens to literally every YouTuber. Like sometimes your channel just plateaus and doesn't really experience huge growth. And I just have to remind myself that it's okay. Slow growth is still growth. I still grew in December, just not as much as I wanted to. It can be frustrating when you want to grow at a certain pace and it's not happening. But honestly, I'm just so grateful for our little community, and everyone has been so positive. Everyone has been sending me sweet messages and comments, and I appreciate you guys so much. So I'm just enjoying the little community we have together. And then my next goal under social media was to complete Vlogmas on YouTube. I was able to do that. Again, I did miss a few days here and there, but for the most part, I completed like 98% of Vlogmas, and I'm super proud of myself for doing that because again, I didn't really know if I was going to be able to. Under finance, I had 2 goals: to make a certain number of money on AdSense from YouTube. I was able to accomplish that. And then I also wanted to make a certain amount on Instagram. I didn't accomplish that. I wanted to post a lot more on Instagram. I wanted to post a lot more reels, but unfortunately I did not do that. It honestly all ties back to Vlogmas. Vlogmas took literally all of my time in December, so I really wasn't worried about Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. So I didn't make the amount of money I wanted to from Instagram, but that is okay. January is a new month. So those were my goals for December. I accomplished some of them I didn't accomplish, which it's okay. It just motivates me even more to go harder in January to accomplish my January goals, which leads me to the next portion of this video, which is sitting down and writing down my goals for January. I'm super excited, so let's go do that. Here are my January goals. So as always, I have the same categories: personal, social media, finance, and health. Under personal, I wrote down that I am reading 7 books in January, and that we're also making a decision if we're moving or renewing our lease. Our lease is up on March 31st, so we have to figure out if we want to stay where we're at or if we want to move. We haven't quite figured that out yet, but in January, we definitely have to make a decision. Under social media, I put down that I am gaining 700 subscribers on YouTube and that I will hit 21,500 subs by the end of January. I am posting 2 to 3 reels a week on Instagram, same with shorts on YouTube. Under finance, I have that we are continuing to limit our eating out expenses. We are planning our baby moon. We are purchasing baby boy's bassinet, car seat, and stroller. I am making a certain amount of money in AdSense revenue, and I am landing 2 sponsorships in January. So under health, I have that I'm working out at least 3 times a week in January. I really need to get back on my workout grind. And then I also have that I am going on walks at least once a day in January. I am nourishing my body with well-balanced meals, and I am reading 2 books related to giving birth. So these are my January goals, keeping them very simple. A lot of them are obviously related to my pregnancy and just work in general, and they all relate back to my 2023 goals. I'm not going to go over my 2023 goals in this video because I have a whole video breaking them down already. I'll just have that video linked down below for you guys to check out if you're interested. But but these are my January goals. And how cute is my little journal for 2023? I'll have it linked below. I'm obsessed. I think it's so pretty. This is the brand. They were kind enough to send me this journal, but this isn't sponsored. I just really like it. It's so cute. Let's go over how much we spent for the month of December. Starting off with utilities, we budgeted $150 and that's how much we spent. You guys know that doesn't really change. For streaming services, $22.97, again, doesn't really change. For groceries, we budgeted $450 and actually ended up spending $616.24. I know exactly why we went over budget, because of Christmas Eve and Christmas obviously being in December. We bought extra food that we wouldn't normally buy for those days to have like our traditional Christmas meals. Also, groceries are just ridiculously expensive. For Invisalign, budgeted $190, spent $190. Again, that doesn't change. For Uber, we budgeted $100, ended up spending $107.70. So we did end up going a little bit over that, but not by much, literally only $7.70. And then for cell phone, budgeted $120, spent $120. Eating out, we budgeted $100, ended up spending $113.31. But even though we went over, I'm actually quite proud of us because we didn't spend as much on eating out as we have in previous months. If I go back to October, we spent $312.47 on eating out, but this month we only spent $113, and in November we spent $111. So I think I might increase eating out to maybe $115 because it seems that we normally spend around $110 to $115 a month on eating out, which I guess for some people is still bad, but for us is actually really good. So I'm proud of us for not ordering out all the time. For PicMonkey, which is a app I used for my thumbnails, I budgeted $12.99 and that's how much I spent. Flow app is my pregnancy tracker app. I budgeted $9.99 and that's how much I spent. I keep forgetting to cancel that subscription. I don't think I need it anymore. I just keep forgetting to. I need to make a mental note to cancel that subscription for January. For TubeBuddy, it's another app that I use for my YouTube channel, $4.99 a month. For iCloud storage, $2.99. Rent, $2,722.22. That's how much we spent. For pets, we went over budget. For the life of me, I don't understand why, but normally we spend around $60 a month on our fur babies, sometimes less. Very rarely do we go over the $60, but for this month we spent $109.03. I went through my Amazon orders and I guess we just ordered more food, but it doesn't make sense because we're not feeding them more. So I really don't know how we ended up going over. That's definitely abnormal for us because we always are below $60 when it comes to food and cat litter for our fur babies. I mean, they're basically our children, so I don't really care that we went over. I just don't understand how we went over. So for doctor's visit, I explained this in previous videos, but if this is the first monthly reset that you have watched for me, I am currently pregnant, so obviously I'm going to give birth. My doctor's office combines all office visits, labor and delivery, postpartum care into one big sum that we actually pay ahead of time. So I think February is the last time I have to make a payment of $657, and by then all of my office visits would have been accounted for. My labor and delivery is paid for, my postpartum care is paid for. I don't know why they do it this way. I don't know if it's because our insurance requires them to do it that way. I don't know, but since October I've been paying a monthly payment of $657. And then we ended up buying our baby boy's crib this month, which I'm super excited about. We actually pick it up next week from Crate and Barrel and I cannot wait. Crib was $536 with 43 cents. So that wasn't really in our budget. I mean, obviously we're having a baby, so obviously we have to buy baby stuff. I don't really have a budget for baby stuff. I'm just buying what I like and what I need. And I've been looking at cribs for a while, and the minute I saw this one on the Crate and Barrel website, I knew I had to have it. I knew it was the one, so I bought it right away, and that's how much it was. And then I also bought some more baby clothes this month. We spent $162 on that. So in total for the month of December, we spent $5,537 with 86 cents. We originally budgeted $4,603, but for the next upcoming months, we're definitely going to go over budget a little bit just because we have a lot of things that we have to buy for a baby boy that we're not really budgeting for. It's just things that we have to buy. Like we have to buy a car seat, we have to buy a stroller. So I'm not really limiting myself when it comes to things like that because I want obviously the best for our baby. Now I'm going to take the time to budget for the month of January. So let's go do that. For the month of January, our budget, it's pretty much staying the same as December. I didn't change a lot. For utilities, we are budgeting $150. For streaming services, $22.97. Groceries, I'm increasing to $500 because it seems like we keep going over, so might as well increase our budget. I've tried to cut back on certain things or to try to bring down our grocery expenses every month, but honestly, with how expensive food is getting, at the end of the day, we have to buy food to eat. So there's only so much we can do to budget for groceries. So I'm just going to increase that to $500. Invisalign, $190. That doesn't really change. Keeping Uber the same, $100. Cell phone the same, $120. Eating out, I'm increasing to $115. PicMonkey, Flow app, TubeBuddy, iCloud storage, rent, all of those bills stay the same. I'm keeping Pat at $60 because even though we went over for the month of December, there really was no reason for us to go over. So I don't think we're gonna go over again in January. And then for the doctor's visit, I have budgeted $657 just because I know that's how much I'll have to pay in January. So that is pretty much it for our January budget. And again, when I sit down to film my February reset routine, I already know that we're going to go over budgets of the $4,668 because I plan to purchase the car seat and the car stroller. The car seat and the stroller next month in January. So we'll be over budget for those two things. But these next few months are definitely going to be expensive for us because there's so much that we still have to buy for our baby boy. Like we have to buy the bassinet, the mattress for the crib, car seat, the car strollers, all those things. I'm almost done buying clothes for baby boy. I am not going overboard with clothes just because I know that they grow out of clothes so quickly. I literally made a chart of the clothes that I'm getting because I found a website, I think it's babylist.com, and they basically break down exactly what you'll need for clothes for your newborn baby. I'm literally just going off that chart and I'm doubling the items because I only want to do laundry like once a week. So they say if you plan to do only laundry once a week to double the items on their chart. So that's what I've been doing. I'm literally almost done buying clothes. All I have to buy for baby boy are socks, swaddles, a sleep sack, and some burp cloths, and then I'll be completely done with all of his clothes. And then I can focus on buying the bigger items like a stroller and all those things that I just mentioned. So these next couple months are definitely going to be expensive, plus we might end up moving, which means we'll be paying a security deposit, moving fees, things like that. So these next few months are definitely going to be interesting to say the least. I'm just saying all this because our budget might be all over the place compared to last year. Now I want to do my favorite thing in the whole wide world, which is to create a vision board. I hate budgeting. It always drains the energy out of me. So I want to take the time now to get a little creative, go on Pinterest, find some photos that relate to my 2023 goals, January goals, and create a collage of all those pictures. And then once I create the collage, I'm going to set it as my laptop's wallpaper. So every time I go on my laptop, I can see my vision board front and center. And then I'll show you guys the finished vision board once I'm done. Let's go do that. I just finished creating my vision board. I have it set as my laptop's wallpaper and I absolutely love it. All of these pictures actually relate to my 2023 goals. Just by looking at this vision board, I'm instantly inspired. I love it. Now that I created my vision board, I'm going to take the time now to plan out my month. The only problem is that I haven't purchased my 2023 planner yet. I always use a day designer planner, but I haven't gone to Target quite yet. So I need to buy a new planner very soon, within the next week. But I am still going to plan out all the videos that I want to film film and upload for the month of January. I also have a little calendar whiteboard in my office that I can use to plan out when I'm going to upload videos, important appointments, sponsorships, things like that. Let's go into my office so I can do all of that. I just wrote down some video ideas that came to mind, and these are the videos that I plan to upload in January. Not in this order or anything like that. I just wrote them down as they popped into my head. I have a little rough draft of a plan for uploads in January. That is pretty much it for my January reset routine. I really hope that we all have a great start to the new year. Just have positive vibes, write down your goals, go after your goals, and hopefully 2023 is kind to all of us. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you a part of my little community here on YouTube, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys. Oh, and Happy New Year.